I needed to look like this so that my words won't be seen as attack, so that my words will be listened to, analyzed, and comprehended in such a way that is going to give you a rare sense of judgment you've never had before, and a rare sense of understanding into this matter. So let me start from the beginning so nobody will misunderstand me, because if we don't talk about this now, we'll keep acting surprised every now and again, surprised and disappointed at the same time, when same thing comes up and keeps happening, right? But first of all, let's go to America. This screenshot here you are seeing is a screenshot that came all the way from America, the Black Lives Matters movement that happened some years ago, that even also took place in Nigeria here. Nigeria left their problems and were, fully active. So about that, people donated a lot of money, millions of dollars. Because at the time, this is a common interest of Black people, coming together to fight injustice, targeted at their skin, targeted at their identity. So they came together to raise funds, millions of dollars. But later it came out that one of the founders that had mismanaged and diverted millions of dollars, buying properties and, living lavish lifestyle, funding personal lifestyle that runs in millions of dollars. Now, before you call her a scammer, know that the money did not change her. The money only exposed her. That is important. Because many people think that temptation is just small money. No. Temptation comes when money is big, access is free, and nobody's checking anything. This is where I'm bringing it home to Nigeria. Nigerians are emotional people. Africans are good people. We are emotionally wired. We respond to pain. We respond to stories. We respond to suffering because we know how suffering is. And Nigeria is a country where we have massive poverty, broken government systems, weak social welfare. So when someone comes online and starts speaking for the vulnerable, people listen, automatically listen. And when the person now backs it up by saying that I'm doing this for the people, I am doing it for free. Love flows automatically. We stop asking the right questions. Nigeria needs to understand that when someone says, I don't charge money, it doesn't mean that there is no profit. And also, when someone says, I don't charge money, it doesn't mean that the person is a saint. The person can also fall into temptation. Some people don't charge fees. They profit from access, control, and unmonitored funds. This is where the problem starts. Money begins to enter. Donations increase. No structure, no preparation for leadership. And that's how people enter trouble in the long run. Now, this is where I want to bring Very Dark Man in. First off, I want to give him the credit. In Nigerian activism history, Very Dark Man is one of the few people who actually showed Nigerians money entering an account. That alone put him ahead of many others who collect money in the secret, right? So this is not denial of effort, but Nigerians are asking the wrong questions. Showing money entering an account is not accountability, because this thing will definitely hook you one day. At the child this thing, I go be like saying, I don't know what they talk. Let me explain this into Nigeria, so to a common Nigerian. In a Nigerian meeting, to people, many of you who actually have joined association, adults who have actually joined association, there is a position they call the financial secretary. What the financial secretary does is that he records who brought in money, how much entered, when it was entered. The record is important, but it's not the end, and that's not even account. So if you're an active member, you should know that later the same financial sec must present a report that shows how much entered. The report will entail, this is how it was spent. This is what remains. That report alone is what accountability is. So when Nigerians say, we saw the notions, we saw money entered, that is only visibility. That is visibility. Accountability is when you break down how the money that you saw that entered was put into work or was spent. Accountability, ask the right questions. It was when the right questions was asked, that was when people got to figure out that this lady has been spending a lot of money. Nobody know. Accountability is, where simply did the money go? How much was spent on each project? Who approved it? Why does the work on ground not match the money that entered or that was budgeted for this? This is where modern activism avoids. They tell you who donated, but they don't tell you how the money was spent. And when you ask, emotions enter. Why are you attacking me? If it's easy, go and do the thing. Do you want to discourage help? Go and do it now. But accountability is not attack. Accountability is projection and protection. Because nobody, not Americans, not Nigerians, is above temptations. If Black Lives Matters could fall for this, I mean, no. I just don't know what people think people are. Nobody's sent. It takes discipline. And discipline doesn't just come like that. You train. Money don't change people. Money only exposes them. What is actually there. So this conversation is not to pull anybody down, but to raise the standard. If you're handling public money, reports are not optional. Audits are not insults. Questions are not hatred. It's something that you have to do. If you truly care about the people, structure will not scare you. Because good intentions without discipline always fall and end in scandal. And if we don't fix this nonsense, this modern activism that doesn't call for accountability, we'll keep getting surprised and disappointed at our best every day. I wish you all well.